Looks like today is a good day to practice all my existing tricks. I haven't really taken the time to practice any of my existing tricks. I've been so focused on getting the trick challenge done. That brought me to an interesting idea, how sometimes in some days you have tricks on lock and some days you don't. From my understanding, it's a mix between luck, skill. It's like the more and more you practice certain tricks consistently, the more apt you are to landing them. And I'm thinking, well, I've landed certain tricks already, but it doesn't seem like I have them on lock. I think that's a lot of kids' dilemmas. Once they've actually landed a trick 3 or 4 times, it means that they have it already. They already assume that it's already in the bag. In essence, it's not really. It's like when you first land that trick, the first time, that doesn't mean anything. Actually, it does. It means that you have to work that much more harder. You have opened the door to be able to get that trick potentially consistently. It doesn't mean that it's in the bag. It doesn't mean that you have it consistently at all. It means that it's like a trick opening itself up to you briefly. It's like a flower. You get a taste of what it is, and then it's up to you whether or not you want that trick for yourself or not. It's just like any other skill. I realized that the reason why over practicing could be, for example, it could work in both ways. It could work as a potentially good thing or as a bad thing. It can work potentially bad for you because when you're skating, as time progresses, your enthusiasm and your drive to want to land that trick just goes down as you figure out ways of trying to land this trick. The level of fatigue rises. Your energy level drops slowly. By over practicing, you're practicing a completely different set of muscles versus when you were skating at your optimum level. Now, it can work for you potentially in good ways. Say you nearly landed that trick and you have that personality that says, okay, I'm going to land this trick. It doesn't matter what I'd have to do. And you skate for hours and hours and hours, and all of a sudden, bam, you land it. It can work for you in that way. I say if you have that drive, if you have that yearning passion to learn and to be able to land the tricks consistently, by all means, do it for hours and hours at a time. And if that's what brings you joy, if that's what excites you, that's basically all it is, man. That's how you learn. That's how human beings learn. They do everything they can that brings them happiness. Anyway, that's a little too deep. I'm going to be practicing all my basic tricks because I feel like I've been working on transition for such a long time, and I've progressed in transition, but I've also neglected all my flat ground tricks. So I'm going to give them some attention. Kickflips are definitely something I need to work on. Well, that session kind of sucked. I think I only landed like a handful of kickflips, and they weren't even to my satisfaction. It stinks when you have the trick in your mind and you can see it as clear as day, but then you end up with something like 70% worse. I just want a decent kickflip, dude. Just like any other trick. Kickflips by far is one of my worst feeling and worst looking tricks in my eyes. After this, I'm heading back home. I'm going to be doing my good deeds for the day and hopefully skating some more. I'll be trying to hit up the Salem skate park today. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people there, but if there is, I'm probably not going to be busting out my camera. I'm now headed to Salem Skate Park. I'm just gonna mess around in there for a little bit, and after that, meet up with a couple of homies over at my local park. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bust out the camera over at Salem, just because I'm only gonna be there for a short time. I just arrived at the skate park. I'm gonna be spending a few, maybe an hour or two here, and then I'm gonna head down to my local.
2 hours later.
I just finished up my session in Salem Skate Park, and usually Oregon's not really all that hot, but today, especially among all days, today is the hottest day. It feels really hot. I think it's just because it's humid. I'm gonna go do some more errands, picking up my kids from school, and then gonna meet up with a few skaters over at my local. Nothing beats fresh cut watermelons. Thank you. That was very good. That about concludes my vlogs. Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Let me know if you guys like this video by clicking the like button. Be sure to click that subscribe button for my next video. Catch you guys later.